See if I can get a couple more homework problems done while I got a few minutes. I got to go to tutoring in like 5 minutes. You're tasked with graphing this thing. This thing is in intercept form, which is y equals a times x minus p times x minus q. The a value here is -1, lines up perfectly. One of your x-intercepts, p, is 3, and the other one is 5. So we have an x-intercept at 3. I need more room over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's kind of simple. You actually don't have to do a lot of math on this one. But your vertex h has to be the average of 3 and 5, and the average of 3 and 5 is 4. And to find k, you plug a 4 back in. So 4 minus 3, 4 minus 5. Anyways, this creates a -1 times a -1, which is +1. So 4, 1 is where I want to be. Should be about right there. That's my line of symmetry, all that good jazz. That one's done. Write this dude in vertex form. So I'm going to go after finding h. H is found with opposite b over twice a, which would be a +4 over 2 2's, which is 1. Plug in to find k. 2 times a 1 squared minus 4 1's add an 8. That's going to be 2 minus 4, which is -2, add 8, which is 6. And by the way, my a value here is 2. So I have everything I need for that. Y is twice x minus 1 all squared plus 6. I think that's the same one that's in your notes. Write this dude in standard form. Standard form is this guy right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to FOIL. I see x minus 4 squared. That means write it twice. Then I wanted to think about f.o.i.l. Save the 3 for last. This is x squared. Take away 4x. Take away 4 more. So take away 8x plus 16 and plus 5. 5 needs to be saved for dead last because you've got to handle all this multiplication first. Distribute my 3. 3x squared minus 24x plus 48. And then add 5. 3x squared minus 24x plus 53 should be my final answer for standard STD form. We're supposed to solve by factoring, identify any special patterns that you might see, the difference of two squares of the perfect squares. This won't take long at all. To create an x squared, I need an x and an x. Factors 12 or 6 and 8, or sorry, 6 and 2. Why 6 and 2? Because 6 and 2 add to -8 if they're both negative. It is a solve by factoring. X minus 6 is nothing, or x minus 2 is nothing. This means that x is 6, or x is 2 by the zero product property. X squared plus 2x plus 35 factors as x times x and 7 and 5. Why 7 and 5? Because 7 minus 5 is +2 in the middle. Using my cover-up property, x is -7 or x is 5. This guy has to be in STD form, not in STD form. Plain and simple. So I'm going to add 9u to the left-hand side. Set it back equal to 0. Commandment number 1 in mathematics. If you can pull it, pull it. Ta-da! Cover-up technique. U is 0 or u is -9. Moving all of my life. Also not in STD form. Move everything to the right because that keeps y squared positive. But you guys do whatever you do. And we'll see who's better. To create a y squared, you need a y and you need a y. Factors 28, 4, and 7. Why 4 and 7? Because 7 minus 4 is 3. Cover-up technique, y is -7 or y is 4. And I can do 2 more and then I got to run. Also not in STD form. Move that 25 to the left, and then she will be. This is actually a perfect square. Factors is t plus 5 times t plus 5 equal to 0. This is a perfect square. Notice it said identify. That's a perfect square. Anyways, if you use the cover-up method, you get t is negative 5 or t is negative 5. It actually happens twice. That's got to be a dots pattern, difference two squares. Let's see here. What can we pull out of this thing to make this simpler? 4. I can pull a 4. If I pull a 4, I'll have 16x squared minus 9. It's factoring. All right, you're supposed to know how to completely factor. To create a 16, I need a 4x and I need a 4x. To create a 9, I need a positive 3 and a negative 3 because there's absolutely nothing in the middle. Again, this is a difference of two squares. I just did all this assuming you guys knew something. I'm sorry. Follows the pattern a squared minus b squared, which is a plus b times a minus b. Cover-up technique comes into play. 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, or 4x minus 3 is equal to 0. If I do the two-step on this one, x is negative 3/4. There's one answer. If I do the two-step on this one, x is a positive 3/4. So that is 17 through 25, and I've got to go do some tutoring. Maybe. I think I still got a minute. I'll do 2 more. I just still have a minute. The more I get done today, the less I have to do tomorrow. That's my motto. Find the zeros by rewriting the function in intercept form. That means you factor it. That's all it means. You just factor it. To create an x squared, you need an x and an x. Factors of 8 that add to 6 are 4 and 2. So my x-intercepts are, or my zeros are, I'll just call them x-intercepts, are negative 4 and negative 2. And the last one, it's called f of x, big deal. Factor it. Factors of 45 that'll get you to 12 are what? Looks like I went dumb for a second. I'm pretty sure I did just go dumb for a second. 45 is divisible by 5. That's 5 times 9. That won't get you to a 12. 15 and 3. 15 and 3. I'm an idiot. 15 and 3. Took me a minute there, didn't it? Some math teacher I am. I struggled. Anyways, my x-intercepts are going to be a positive 15 and a negative 3 because we change signs when we leave parentheses. All right, so that was 17 through 27. That did not take long. Hopefully they're all right. I have no idea. I'm not double checking.